Happy Thanksgiving week to all of y'all. Y'all know every year I come with a Black Friday list for creators and filmmakers alike, with a list of items that I found that are really great deals that I feel are just good items that you should pick up. In this video, I'm gonna do it a little bit different this year. I'm gonna only talk about things that I've had hands-on experience with. So if you pick these things up at these prices, especially, you will be absolutely thrilled when you get them in. The first item on this list is the YCImaging 150C, and this is coming in at $287. The original price of this was $359, so this is a savings of 20% off. I can't recommend this light enough. I've had a ton of experience with it, as well as its big brother, the 300C, which also might be on sale as well. If it is, I'll make sure to link it down in the description below. But these lights are phenomenal. They provide professional quality and professional results without breaking the bank. They're bonus mount, which means you can put tons of different accessories on them, like soft boxes, Fresnel, spotlight mounts. They're full RGB, so you can do tons of different lighting effects, all that cool stuff like that. And these lights have app control as well, so you can adjust all of the different adjustments on the light inside of an app on your phone, which makes it really convenient to use, especially if you're using it for creating content. I can't recommend these lights enough. I love them. I'm actually using a 300C right now for my key light. YCImaging provides amazing lighting, especially for up-and-coming creators. The pricing is amazing. The app control, the accuracy of the lights, everything is good about it. Definitely pick it up if you need a light. The next item is the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, and this is coming in at $698. The original price of this was $899, so this is a savings of 22% off. Now, this is an item that I've had limited testing with. I've been to a couple different Sony events throughout the year, and every time I go, I tend to rent one of these because I just love the size and convenience of these cameras for creating content on. The settings inside of these cameras are super simplified. I think that this is a great beginner option for anybody trying to get into creating content. The next item is the Canon R8, and this is coming in at $1199. The original price of this is $149, so this is a savings of 20% off. I actually used the R8 throughout this entire year for all of my YouTube behind the scenes content. I think the R8 is an amazing option for anybody looking to get into creating pretty much anything. My homie creator Ryan used the R8 for like the past year or so. Used it on music videos, YouTube content, pretty much everything. He was killing it with the R8. For me, I was just doing light work with it for YouTube content, but it can do 4K, 4K 60 frames per second. It's a great option. It's full frame as well. Has amazing autofocus, and then it has the compatibility with the full RF lens set of Canon. This is a great beginner option. I think it takes amazing photos as well. You really can't beat it for the price. Let's get into another camera. Next, we got the Sony a7 IV, and this is coming in at $2098. Now, the original price for the a7 IV was $2499, so this is a savings of 16% off. I'm currently using a Sony a7C Mark II, which is essentially just the a7 IV sensor stripped down into a smaller body style without the viewfinder. I absolutely love this camera. I've actually had experience using the a7 IV as well. I've shot music videos on it. Phenomenal camera. I think it's one of the best hybrid options out there on the market. And for the discount, I think it's a great option. If you were thinking about picking up a Sony a7 IV, right now might be the time for you. Now, the next camera on here isn't really that big of a deal, but it's such a popular camera, I feel like I have to bring it up. This is the Sony FX3, and this is coming in at $3698. with the original price being $38.99, 5% off. So this is like $200 off of a brand new FX3 body. I can't help but think that if you go on eBay or some other platform to get an FX3, you can get a way better deal, especially for something that's lightly used. I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting this, but if you were in the market for a brand new FX3, you really can't beat $200 off. We got another camera. All right, this one right here is the Insta360 X4, and this is coming in at $425. The original price for this is $499 for this bundle, so this is a savings of 15% off, and this was one of my favorite cameras that I've used over the past year. I had never really had experience using 360 cameras. I kind of thought they were gimmicks, but once I got my hands on this, I thought that it was just so genius and it was amazing for creating content on. And it's really easy to use. I thought that 360 cameras were extremely complex and that's why I stayed away from them, but this one right here is actually really cool. So if you were ever thinking about picking up a 360 camera or in the market for the X4, right now it's a great time to do it. Now this next item right here was one of my favorite items that I used over the past couple of months. When I tested it out for YouTube videos, I just loved it. And I even went to go buy myself my own set of these just so I can have them on hand. This is the Lark M2 wireless microphones by Hollyland, and these are coming in at $111 for the bundle with everything included. The original price for these were $179, so this is a savings of 38% off. If you're in the market for wireless microphones, this is one of the best options. I love these because they're so small, they're so easy to use, they're plug and play. I use these a lot for my iPhone. I think for iPhone filmmaking, these things right here are like no-brainers. They're amazing. They're super small, they're plug and play, they're extremely easy to use. They lack a lot of bells and whistles of some of the more expensive wireless microphone options, but I think the ease of use of these and just the overall sound quality that comes straight out of these, you really can't beat the price of them. This bundle right here also gives you some versatility as well, because you can use these on your camera, or you can use these on your phone, or you can use these on your PC for streaming. You can basically use these for anything. Now, it's been a minute since I've actually used a camera that's been rigged up for production work, but when I was doing music video production heavy, I absolutely loved these things right here. These are the small rig V-mount battery options. You have the VB99 Pro, which is on sale, as well as the VB212, which is a collaboration with Caleb Pike. I cover both of these in depth on my YouTube channel. I got videos specifically for each one of those, so if you're in the market, definitely check those videos out. But let's talk about the savings that you can get with them. So for the VB99 Pro, this one's coming in at $175. The original price was $249, so this is a savings of 30% off. And for the VB212, this one's coming in at $307. The original price was $439. This one's also a savings of 30% off. When I tell you I love these V-mount batteries, I love these V-mount batteries, man. They are perfect for camera rigs. I've used the VB212s to light really powerful lights when I'm not in the crib and I need a power source for them. I just love these, man. They're compact, they're sleek, the design on them is amazing. These things are amazing, man. I really can't say anything bad about these. If you're in the market for a V-mount battery, these two right here are great options. Now, this next item right here is something that a lot of people overlook and a lot of people really don't even know about. This right here is the Manfrotto Super Clamp, and this one's coming in at $27. The original price was $41, so this is a savings of 34% off. Now, if you don't know what a Super Clamp is, this is basically like a gaffer's dream. You can mount so many different things to a Super Clamp, but the way that I've been using them and the way that I love to use them as of lately is really just getting creative angles with your camera. You can attach the Super Clamp to anything. You put a stud inside of it, and then you attach a ball head to that and put the camera on it. You can get infinite creative angles for your camera wherever you are. I take this thing to grocery stores to get really cool shots of me walking through the aisles with the cart. I've mounted these on top of doors to get shots of me opening the door. It's so many different super clamps. I like to use these heavy duty ones if I'm gonna put my camera on it. But for the price, you really can't beat it. If you don't got a super clamp, you should definitely pick one of these up. This next item I feel like helped so many filmmakers out there because they probably didn't know that it was an affordable option out there. This next item is the Filmog Ace by Ulanzi. It's a portable fog machine, and this thing is amazing. Right now it's coming in at $88. Originally, it was $110, so this is a savings of 20% off. Now, for the people who aren't heavily into the filmmaking world and don't necessarily know why you would need a fog machine, this thing right here just helps you get atmosphere in your shots. If you got a light coming through a window, it's gonna help you get some really cool beams. It's gonna carry light, it's gonna add atmosphere to your shots. This thing is just amazing, and it's portable. You don't need electricity. It comes with the fog already. And this thing right here, I just freaking love. This is something that adds so much to your shots, but it's something that a lot of people don't really think about. If you need a fog machine, this thing right here is awesome. This next item right here is for the up and coming creators who need to see themselves while they're filming themselves in a better resolution or just bigger. This is the Viltrox monitor. This is like a 5-inch monitor that I tested in the Amazon pickup video for filmmaking gear. Right now, this is coming in at $135, and originally it was $168. So this is a savings of around 20% off. I wanna say when I originally bought this, it was around the same price. I don't know if this is like a Black Friday exclusive, but if you're in the market for a cheap monitor that looks good, that has monitoring tools, that's super easy to use, I can't recommend this one enough. Earlier in the year, I made a video about my creative space and building it up, and this was one of the items that I just loved in it. And right now, it's going for a good price. This is the Anker Mag Go charging station, and this is coming in at $83 right now. Originally, it was around $110, so this is a savings of 25% off. I love this, man. If you're an Apple guy like me, and you got AirPods, and you got an Apple Watch, and you got an iPhone, and you also got a desk that you work at, this thing right here charges everything simultaneously. It keeps your setup clean, minimal, and it keeps the wires off your desk. This right here is something that I just can't recommend enough as well. Like, this thing right here looks good, and it also does a great job at what it's supposed to be doing. This last and final item right here was one of my favorite pieces of filmmaking gear that I used over the past year and a half. I just recently switched to Sony a couple months ago, so I don't have this on hand, but I'm actually about to buy this lens today because you can buy this lens for pretty much any camera mount out there. If you use RF, you use EF, you use Sony E mount, they even got L mount. It don't matter what camera system you're on, you can buy this lens, and it's also really freaking cheap. This is the TT Artisan 11mm fisheye lens, and this is coming in at $188 right now. Originally, the price was $235, so this is a savings of 20% off. This is one of the lenses that you're not buying for perfection. You're not buying this for a crispy look. You're not buying this for color accuracy. You're specifically buying this lens for the whacked out perspectives that you can get for the shots that you're gonna be creating. This is one of my favorite lenses for filming music videos. If I wanted an obscure, really wide angle shot in a YouTube video, I would grab this lens. This is just one of those lenses. It's cheap. It provides a really cool look. It's fully manual, so don't expect autofocus or anything like that. But this is one of those lenses that you really just can't beat for the price. It's less than 200 bucks. Like, if you're in the market for a fisheye or super wide angle lens, this right here is a great option. I can't recommend it enough. But that's gonna conclude my Black Friday list for the year. I've tested and used all of these items, and if you pick them up, I'm 100% certain that you will love them, especially for the price that they're going at right now. Links will be down in the description for everything. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. But with that being said, I'm out, y'all. Peace.